speak about destiny, or as we say, kismet or bhagya, a lot of us tend to defer, as though somehow it were written in our genes like our eye color. Okay, in this particular incarnation, I've got brown eyes. Nothing you can do to change it. I mean, you could buy contacts, but that just hides it. Nothing you can actually do to change the color of your eyes. It's what I came into the world with. It's my whole genetic, karmic package. A lot of us tend to think of destiny in the same way. I can't tell you how many times I hear people say things like, oh, mera bhagya mein nahi hai. It's not in my destiny. Not in my kismet. Not in what I will be getting. And on the one hand, it's beautiful in that it enables us to be peaceful and accepting of everything that happens. So spiritually and emotionally, it's a beautiful act of surrender to just whatever is. And it keeps people who are really able to just say, chalo, bhagya mein aise likha hua hoga. It must have been written like this in my destiny. Are much more calm, much more peaceful, much happier. However, that particular approach also can lead not just to the very beautiful and desirable calmness, peace, acceptance, which we all should strive for, but it also can lead to apathy, indifference, laziness, lethargy, and a sense of resignation, where resignation is really not required at all. Because our destiny is being written every day. There's 3 different types of karma. We have our long-term karma, meaning, and I won't go into all of the different philosophical nuances of this, or it's a whole class in and of itself, a whole long lecture in and of itself, but karma literally means an action. We use the word karma to speak frequently about the fruits of the karma. So we say, oh, I've got bad karma. But actually, karma just means action. And the fruits are the repercussions, the consequences of the action. So we have our long-term karma, meaning at some point in a past life, I engaged in a certain action or a certain set of actions. But the fruit is a very long time in maturing. It's a long gestation period, you could say. Some of that is bearing fruit in this life. There's absolutely pieces of this life that we're getting that are the blossoming fruit of seeds that I planted in past lives. But that's only a few. That's only one piece of where I am today. The other pieces are my short-term karma, things that I've done in this lifetime, and my immediate karma, like what I did 5 minutes ago. So if I went out on the street and I ate lots and lots and lots of pani puris, and half an hour later I had a really bad stomach, and I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm vomiting and I've got diarrhea. Well, sure, it might bring me some peace in the moment to just say, chalo mera bhagya mein aise likha hua hai. Yes, it must just be written in my destiny that I'm going to be awake vomiting at 2 in the morning. But the problem with that is it doesn't make me recognize the impact of the meal that I had earlier in the evening that I knew I shouldn't have eaten. And that really I would be much better off not eating in the future. If I am rude and obnoxious with people, if I treat them badly, and then people don't like me, and so I find myself lonely, again, I could say, Chalo mera bhagya mein aise likha hua hai. And it's good emotionally to be able to just accept it. But it would also be really effective to be able to look and to say, how is how I'm acting? How is my own karma in every moment contributing to the relationships or lack of relationships that I have? And these are oversimplified examples, of course, but those are the 3 different types of karma that we have. So in every moment, we are experiencing the fruit of all 3 of those. So for example, with me right here, right now, I've got past life karma that made me take birth this lifetime 49 years ago in America, in the womb of an American woman. That means today, my body is an American body. That which I have genetically is American. I've been doing yoga asanas for more than 30 years. But if I sit like this for an hour without changing the cross of my legs, my hips will hurt, my knees will hurt, my legs will fall asleep, it'll start to burn. And I've sat next to Indian women who sit like this for 6 straight hours in a kata. Genetically, different hips. And we know that. So pieces of it are past life karma. Nothing I can do to change the physical structure of my body. That I was born into this life in an American physical body, not an Indian, not an Asian one. Then I've got my medium term karma. Choices that I made 25 years ago that brought me to India, that made me stay here. Choices that I made along the way here to take sannyas, to dedicate myself in seva, in learning and in sharing. Medium-term karma. Then I've got my most immediate karma. About half an hour ago, I chose to put one foot in front of the other and to walk up here onto this beautiful rooftop to sit down in front of this camera and speak to you. All 3 of those things are working together right now in me here to give me this destiny. So our destiny is the sum total of all of that. And right here, right now, you are writing your destiny for tomorrow, for next year. Yes, of course, you've got the long-term karma that you can't change. Can't change my eye color. Can't change my hip structure. But there's a lot I can change. There's a lot we can do. And that's where every minute and every moment we have to realize that in this free will that we have, we are creating our own destiny. This moment is the of the predetermined experience that you will have tomorrow or a year from now. So grab this moment. This is why we meditate. It's why we do seva. It's why we pray. It's why we study spiritual literature. It's why we sit with the spiritual masters, to be able to have the intellect, the buddhi, the clarity to know how to make the right decisions. My favorite way of thinking about this is, imagine that right here, right now, your sum total of all of these karmas is a cow. You can't change it. It's like my eye color. Can't change it. But then, from that cow, we get manure. It's a wonderful organic fertilizer if you put it in your fields. Crops become wonderful. Cow also gives us milk. And assuming that the milk is organic and that the cow is fed organic feed and that the cow is loved and cared for and never harmed, well, that milk then nourishes us, nurtures us. But if you take that milk and you spill it in the field and you eat the manure, you're going to get sick and your crops will die. Not because that sickness was pre-written in your destiny thousands of years ago, but because you took that cow and you didn't know what to do with it. Or knowing what to do, you made the wrong decision. So every moment, make sure to have the clarity to know, what am I supposed to do? What do I do? And this is where we get really quiet. And we go within. And if we don't have the answer within, this is what we have gurus for. To be able to say to us, no, that's just your ego. No, that's just desire. No, that's fear. And this is really your calling. And then we know what to do with the white stuff, with the brown stuff that comes out of the cow. And to create a destiny that's healthy for us and our collective field.